for Wednesday, August 14th, 2024.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers! We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a Lone Ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
My name is Stacey Badillo. This is my sister Gina Badillo, and we've been owners of this business for the past 19 years. It is called Purple Passion Studio and Spa, and we're located in Kikaker, Belize. I've been part of the credit union for 12 years, and Gina
for 19 years.
Professionally, it's allowed us for our business to grow, and our careers has grown as well.
We have had great customer service at credit union.
They're exceptional.
Yes.
For this small island, it's very important, but for our small business, it's even more important. It has changed our lives, the lives of our children, of our families.
I highly recommend St. Francis Credit Union to my children, to my family, to my clients, to everyone that is around me, that it's always the number one.
Good evening. With your news as simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7, I am Joanna Rodriguez. Last night, we told you about the case of Nelson Claros, who is hospitalized tonight after he was involved in a fight on Monday night. Reports indicate that Claros became involved in an altercation with Oscar Pat after he threatened Pat's 2-year-old daughter. We understand Pat, his wife, and daughter were at a bus stop in the village of San Narciso in Corozal, speaking with friends when Claros arrived in the area. Claros, it is alleged, began harassing Pat and his family and reportedly threatened to hurt the couple's daughter. That is when a fight ensued in the presence of various bystanders. Claros was injured and left on the ground. He was later taken to the hospital for medical attention, and we understand he is currently admitted at the KHMH. The degree of his injury are unknown to us. But where this story is taking us tonight is that Pat has been detained by police, and his family is saying he has been placed behind bars unjustly. Pat's wife sat down with our reporter, Elmer Cornejo, today and told us what transpired on Monday night after she purchased her Bolida number.
Pues se bañó, comió y yo le dije que vayamos a comprar el número. Yo le insistí, vamos a comprar el número, pero al principio él me decía que no, porque él está cansado. Y pues vio que como que yo me enojé y me dice, pues vamos, y nos fuimos. Al llegar ahí yo me fui al chino a comprar, del chino me quité, estamos pasando por el bus stop y él vio a su primo. Ahora su primo lo habló y se quedaron platicando y yo me crucé al otro lado a comprar mi número. Ya que ellos estaban platicando, yo regresé otra vez con ellos y me senté en el bus stop Él está jugando allá enfrente de mí, el primo al lado, y Oscar estaba parado con su pie rinconado en el bus stop. Pues ahí están platicando como unos 15, 20 minutos cuando llegó ese otro muchacho. Y no vino directo a nosotros, él iba con su bicicleta, tenía una chaqueta que hasta su cabeza se tapaba. Al cruzar, mi marido se empezó a reír porque no sé qué cosa están hablando con el primo y se empezaron a reír, ¿vio? Pues tal vez él escucha su voz de mi marido, él volteó a ver. Cuando él hizo eso, le dijo a mi marido, oh, güey, ¿estás? Le dijo a él. Y regresó, vino y tumbó la bicicleta y él se paró en medio de la bicicleta. Y le empezó a apuntarle la cara. Y le dice, yo y tú tenemos cuentas pendientes, le dijo a mi marido. Y ahora mi marido le dice, mira, en Dag, le dice, yo no tengo ni una cuenta que arreglar contigo. Rola, le dijo. Quítate de acá, le dice, yo no te estoy haciendo nada. Anda donde te vas, le dijo él. Quedó así el hombre agarró y se fue.
Claras left to a nearby store, only to return moments after. This time, he began hurling threats at the couple's daughter, and that is when the fight ensued.
Al regresar en el bus stop, él se paró, tiró su bicicleta en el camino, abrió su jacket y dijo, como expresarse así con una forma que él es maleante. Y dice que él es sicario de México y que ¿ves esto? Dice, había una calaca en su camisa azul. Y le dice, esta cosa quiere sangre, dice, quiere tomar sangre. Le dice a mi marido. Y mi marido sigue aún parado así en el bus stop. Él no se movió para nada. Cuando ese hombre dijo eso, le dice, voy a secuestrar a tu hijo, le dice a mi nene, porque yo andaba con él. Y voy a matar a toda tu familia, le dice él. Y aún mi marido sigue ahí parado. A la acción de él que quiso agarrar a mi nene, entonces mi marido se jaló. Y él me dice, agarra al nene, agarra al nene. Y yo agarré a mi nene, pues ese rato yo me quedé nerviosa. Y al hacer esa acción el hombre le empezó a darle a él. Pero mi marido, él como pues, él es rápido, se movió. Al moverse no le pegaron. Y el hombre pues se iban caminando así. Y ni un golpe se habían dado. Cuando mi marido le dio y se cayó en el suelo. Y él solo le dio como 2, 3 golpes en el suelo y acabó. Pues yo fui a verlo y él me dijo, déjalo, él se lo adormecí, me dice él. No está muerto, me dice, yo lo adormecí porque pues él dice que al dar el golpe se cayó ahí, lo adormeció y lo dejamos ahí.
From our investigation, we were able to ascertain that while Claras is from the community of San Narciso, he recently returned to the village. As it relates to the night in question, we understand that before the confrontation with Pat, Claras had already been involved in 2 other altercations. Marlene Valdez says while a number of persons played witness to the incident between her husband and Claras, they are afraid to speak out, and tonight her husband remains in lockdown while she fears for her life and that of her children.
Huicho, y todos le tienen miedo porque mire, gentes lo vieron, pero le tienen miedo porque no quieren decir qué es lo que pasó. Ellos vieron cuando él vino, vieron cuando se fue, vieron que ese hombre regresó al bus stop.
Me estaban diciendo que este señor Huicho acaba de regresar hace como una semana.
Sí.
Aquí a la aldea.
Así nos dijeron también porque ni yo sabía.
¿Por qué yo estoy aquí?
Pues para ver que me ayuden a mostrar su inocencia de mi marido, que él no quiso lastimar a esa persona. Él le agredió por salvar a mi hijo, porque él vino a amenazarnos que él es sicario de México y agredir que quiere quitar a mi nene. Solo porque él se metió, entonces él no pudo agarrar al nene, porque si no, sí agarraba a mi nene. Y pues yo quiero un press charge sobre de él, sobre lo que está pasando. Porque él tiene manía de andar amenazando a la gente, diciendo lo que él quiera. Y él no es un hombre de dar puños, él es hombre con a la machete, carácter de traición. Aquí, sinceramente, ayer andábamos viendo las personas, gente que sabemos que conocen a él como es, pero nadie quiere salir a decir cómo es él. Le tienen miedo.
Y ahora usted también.
Pues sí, porque usted sabe, si él llega a recuperar y algo, él va a venir. Y no tengo miedo por mí, mis hijas. Yo tengo 3 niñas y el nene, quitarle ratos, que él tal vez le llega a entrar algo que va a venir a desquitar, ¿me entiende? Y si le hace algo a mis hijos.
Nosotros estábamos allá haciendo un chilote en el bus stop mientras fue a comprar su número la señora, right? Y desgraciadamente llega este cuate y viene a se threaten. Y la cosa es que yo le dije que vaya, hágalo calmado, yo soy gente de paz, le digo así. Yo soy gente de paz, le digo, hágalo calmado.
No charges have been brought against Pat at this time. 22-year-old accused murderer Stephen Diaz appeared before the Orange Walk lower court this afternoon. Stephen Diaz, as viewers may recall, is currently on remand for the stabbing death of 19-year-old Josh Koo. The 19-year-old was killed back in February of this year. Josh's body was found off a feeder road in the area of Revenge Lagoon off the Philip Golson Highway near Ribbon Ridge, days after he was reported missing by his family after the teen did not return home following a night of socializing. Police investigations at the time of the murder was that Koo left a local nightclub on the morning of February 11th in a vehicle along with Stephen Diaz and 3 other male persons. Sometime between the quarters of the morning, 2 of the individuals were dropped off, and while driving near BSI Field, an altercation ensued between Josh, Stephen, and the driver of the vehicle, which resulted in Josh being knocked unconscious. The driver then reportedly drove to mile 38 on the Philip Golson Highway, then into the Revenge Lagoon area, where Koo was dragged off the road and reportedly stabbed several times and beaten to death, reportedly by Stephen Diaz. The 19-year-old was then left on the side of the road while the other 2 individuals returned to Orange Walk Town. Josh's body was found until almost 48 hours later after police investigations revealed a confession to the murder from Stephen Diaz in a cell phone conversation. Stephen Diaz returned to the Belize Central Prison until his next court date on October 22nd. Almost a month after he was elected in a by-election in the Toledo East constituency, Dr. Osmond Martinez was sworn in on Tuesday by the Governor General at Belize House as an official member of the House of Representatives. Martinez, who was formerly CEO in the Ministry of Economic Development, was installed as Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Trade under Minister Francis Fonseca. The new addition to the Ministry of Foreign Trade came as a welcome development for Minister Fonseca, who is currently at the helms of both the Ministries of Foreign Trade as well as the Ministry of Education. Minister Fonseca says he is looking forward to working closely with Martinez.
No, I'm very happy to have Minister, the newly sworn in Minister Osmond Martinez join us at the Ministry of Foreign Trade. As you all know, the appointment of ministers of state is solely a matter for the Prime Minister, but he was gracious enough to discuss it with me a few weeks ago, and and we agreed that he could serve a very useful purpose there. He has, over the past 3.5 years, developed, I think, a very good community working relationship with our international partners, working as a CEO at the Ministry of Economic Development. So we'll put that to good use at the Ministry of Foreign Trade. And as you said, I have so many other responsibilities. I certainly welcome the opportunity to share some of that load with someone I believe is very competent and who will be able to, I think, support me ably.
Police have arrested and charged 2 people for keeping a firearm and ammunition without a gun license. On Sunday, officers searched a bus at the Belmopan bus terminal and recovered a 9mm pistol with ammunition from a school bag. The owners, 31-year-old Nisani Garcia and 19-year-old Vivani Nolberto, could not produce a license. Subsequently, police arrested and charged Nisani Garcia and Vivani Nolberto for possessing a firearm and ammunition without a license. Several high schools around the country currently enjoy free education as part of the Educational Upliftment Project by the government of Belize through the Ministry of Education. The aim is to increase the number of young Belizeans who are able to get a high school education. Since rolling out this initiative, high school enrollment has improved tremendously in different parts of the country, particularly in Belize City. The project covers tuition, uniforms, books, and supplies, as well as a feeding program to ensure that each child gets at least one meal for the day. The Minister of Education, Francis Fonseca, explained that the schools currently under the program have been able to recruit more young Belizeans into their institutions.
It has decreased. But again, these things are, it takes a lot of time. So it's incremental. So yes, in the EOP schools, as we call them, the Education Upliftment Project schools, we've seen enrollment go up. I think with the exception of one school in the south where enrollment has really remained stagnant. I think Anri has remained stagnant. Every other school we have seen a marginal increase in enrollment. But it's a continuous struggle. It's a daily struggle because we don't want just these kids to enroll in school. We want them to stay there. And over the past few decades, what we've had is an issue of young people coming to school. Sometimes they go to school for 3 days, then they don't show up again for the last 2 days. We want that to change. So it's an ongoing challenge, but we're very, very optimistic and hopeful because of what we're seeing from the Education Upliftment Project so far.
Thus far, over 20 high schools across the country have been enrolled as part of the Educational Upliftment Project to provide free education to young people. Coming up next, Sartaneja Road to be completed in the coming weeks. We have an update on the entire project. Stay tuned.
Estimados cañeros y cañeras, por este medio el SCPC informa que todo reporte de caña para la siguiente zafra 2024-2025 se estará recibiendo a partir del 6 al 13 de agosto del 2024. Para hacer su reporte de caña, visita las oficinas del SICB en las siguientes fechas por asociación. Northern, martes 6 de agosto. Corozal Producers, miércoles 7 de agosto. Progressive, jueves 8 de agosto. BSCF Corozal, viernes 9 de agosto. BSCF Orange Walk, lunes y martes 12 y 13 de agosto. También se va a necesitar proporcionar los siguientes datos: nombre completo del productor, código de BSI, asociación, sucursal, área de la parcela, clase de cultivo y cualquier otra información relevante. Asimismo, queremos recordar que las aplicaciones para transferencias de producción y membresía es del 1 al 31 de agosto 2024. Trate de hacer todo lo posible de visitar las oficinas del SICB lo antes para hacer sus transacciones. Nota: para transferencias de membresía, las asociaciones necesitarán entregar copia de los documentos relevantes y debe ser acorde a lo que estipula el bylaw de la asociación. La fecha límite para aplicar para transfers es el 31 de agosto 2024. Atentamente, el Sugarcane Production Committee. Win big with Centaur. As a valued customer, we're showing our appreciation for your continued loyalty with an incredible promotion. Update your account and receive one ticket to win $1,000 cash towards your child's education expenses. Get an extra ticket for every month you pay in advance. One lucky winner for each of our 3 branches will receive $1,000 cash. Drawing date September 6 on the Despierta Belize morning show. Don't miss this opportunity to secure your child's education. Update your account now. Start earning those entry tickets and win big with Centaur.
The Public Utilities Commission continues to drive changes for Belize's utility and ICT sectors by creating new regulations and updating existing laws and rules to elevate the legal framework for water, telecommunication, and electricity. Overall, our work at PUC allows for better protection of consumers and the environment, a comprehensive integration of renewable energy sources into the national power grid, assures businesses continuity of utilities, promote competition and investments, and enhances national development in Belize. PUC, transforming the utility and ICT sectors by modernizing the regulatory framework.
Pueblo Nuevo Bridge, located on the Sarteneja Road, is expected to be fully completed in the coming weeks, marking a significant milestone on the ongoing Sarteneja Road project. Back in 2019, ground was officially broken to see the Corozal-Sarteneja Road upgraded along with the construction of the Pueblo Nuevo and Laguna Seca bridges. The project was launched through a $50 million loan from the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, and would see more than 27 miles of road upgraded to international standard. Fast forward to today, the project is more than 80% completed, with the Laguna Seca bridge completed and the second bridge almost completed. Chief Engineer in the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, Avondale Moody, today gave an update on the project, which is expected to be completed by the end of this year.
Second bridge is the Pueblo Nuevo Bridge along the Corozal-Sarteneja project. The first one, the Laguna Seca, has been completed. Pueblo Nuevo is about 80% completed. There's only one span that remains for us to install the girders, which I believe the contractor will do that within the next week, 2 weeks, because they had asked permission for us to give them permission to transport the girders from mile 12 on the Philip Wilson Highway all the way to Corozal. Other than that, the northern approach has been completed in terms of this bridge, and it's only, as I said, the center span for the bridge and also the southern approach that is left to be put in place. So we expect that we will have this bridge completed, I would say, towards the end of September, the first or second week in October. That's the plan.
The Corozal Town Council today completed a chip and seal paving of 8th Avenue located between 5th Street South and 6th Street South. The facelift was evidently needed, as the last time the street was rehabilitated was some 30 years ago, according to Mayor Rigo Veos.
Day before yesterday, we paved half of 8th Avenue, which is behind us now. And today, thanks to the good weather, we have the opportunity to pave the other half of 8th Avenue. This is something that we had started the process right before the elections. And now we have gathered everything that we needed to put together to finish paving 8th Avenue, which is one of those streets that really needed the paving. You know, if people can recall the condition of the street before we started doing the works, it was in a very deplorable situation, but now we have done our job and we have put down the primer, and now we are doing the first coat to it. We have other streets that we needed to pave that are on plan, and we need to execute. We won another term, people expect us to do the work, and that is exactly that we will do. I know that streets, they are very important, not only for our community, but also the future that we see Corozal when it comes to tourism-wise. So we're trying our best to deal with infrastructure and make it a priority.
Those traversing the area are advised to do so with caution, as the new paving contains loose gravel.
Of course, we want to ask them to take their time when they're driving. It's freshly done. It can be very dangerous because of the chippings, right? And of course, we have to take into consideration the people on bicycle and the people walking on the side of the street, right? We don't skid on it because it will tear it, and it's your money, our money, who is being put into it. This is what we do. We invest back our people's money, or our Corozalians' money, into infrastructure, as you can see here.
Mayor Riga and the council pledged to continue improving Corozal Town's infrastructure. And with the Corozal Town Council pledging to continue improving the town comes the challenge of infrastructure. While Mayor Riga upgrades certain streets, there are others that are caving in. At some locations, the craters are so deep they can cause an accident. In fact, a vehicle has already ended up in one of these holes located at corner of 2nd Street North. Fortunately, that did not register any serious injury to the driver and the vehicle sustained cosmetic damage only. Concerned about the situation, Mayor Vellos has reached out to the Ministry of Infrastructure, Development and Housing for assistance.
This weather is causing a lot of problems with cave-ins all around the area, right? And I know that it is dangerous, and I know it's happening, but we are reaching out to them little by little. We don't want to quickly do work and then 2 months afterward we have the same issue. You know? So just have patience. I know that there is a lot of cave-ins. It's hard to compete against nature. Erosion is very, very serious. Hence the reason why we need to make sure that we do our part as Corozalians when it comes to the coastline. Don't destroy the mangroves whenever you see mangroves. No? But erosion is a serious problem here, and we're trying to do our best, and we will reach out to those streets who have caved in. No?
What is the name of the street that passes by the sea?
First Avenue. First Avenue.
I know that one is caving in around the school.
Yes.
And then the instance about the vehicle that ended in that
right.
ditch.
And on that ditch.
What's that one?
That was also a cave-in that we found out. It actually started with a small little hole, and whenever we went into it, it was a humongous one, and it seems like a river was flowing underneath. And we have already dumped rocks in it, and it keeps swallowing and swallowing more rocks. So we know it's a very serious issue, and I want to ask motorists to be very careful. Don't take the risk and try to go on the side just to get across, because the dangerous things can happen.
Are we seeing maybe you're bringing in maybe some engineers from the MIDH?
Yes, we're trying to work with MIDH to give us solutions, to give us ideas on how to work this out. You know, it's a very serious case. We all know that cave-ins is not something that has been happening just now, but it is happening more repeatedly now because of the amount of rain that has been falling here at Corozal. No? But we are looking into it. We will definitely deal with the one where the vehicle fell in at the corner of 2nd Street North, right? Like I said, we have already dumped an amount of rocks, and it keeps swallowing the rocks, so we have to continue doing it until it's well compact, and that way we can seal back the street.
Today, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology partnered with the Ministry of Tourism and Diaspora Relations to launch the Belize Music Project. Operating under niche and within MOEST, the Belize Music Project aims to document Belize's diverse musical history with the mission of connecting younger generations of Belizean artists and music lovers with their cultural roots. The project is being spearheaded by Belizean producer Ivan Duran and seeks to comprehensive research on the evolution of Belizean music over the past 100 years and the establishment of a music archive for public access. By 2025, the project will produce a new album featuring several innovative tracks that honor Belize's musical traditions while embracing modern sounds. The project, according to Minister of Culture, Honorable Francis Fonseca, marks a significant milestone for the country's ever-growing orange economy.
Absolutely. It's an absolutely exciting day. As you said, we've, many months of planning. And I remember Ivan Duran visiting with me and talking to me about his vision and this project and what he thought it could mean to culture and to Belize generally. And then we had so many follow-up discussions and meetings with Yasser Musa, and then I connected them to a lot of people in the government that they needed to work with in terms of the archives, niche, BTB, the library service. They needed to work with all those people. So you know, my job was really to try to make those connections for them. So I'm absolutely happy that we've reached this point where we're able to launch the project today. We have full support from all of our government institutions, you know, and we're really excited. As I said in my remarks, this project is really about connecting our young people. It's about the young people for me, connecting them to our root lines of music and culture. So it's a fantastic day, fantastic project for culture and music in Belize.
The project also seeks the development of a Belize music museum that will offer an immersive experience, and cultural diplomacy initiatives will strengthen international ties with music institutions. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan.
Currently, young people who belong to the Adventist faith are making preparations for a national event they call Pathfinder Day, which will be held in Spanish Lookout, Cayo. The weekend-long program focuses on celebrating youths every year under a different theme. The Emmanuel Pathfinder Club from Corozal plans to attend the event this year but is short on funds. This is why they have planned a fundraiser for tomorrow at the Central Park in Corozal Town and are hoping to get your support by purchasing a delicious lunch and a juice for only $10.
This year we're celebrating Pathfinder Day under the theme Jesus Comes With You. So this year though, we're celebrating it nationally, right, as a country in Spanish Lookout. So we actually need help, right? We need your help because without you we can't do it. We'll be having a rice and beans sale right out here in Central Park tomorrow starting at 11. It's only $10 a plate. We'll be having rice and beans, salads, stewed chicken, fried plantain, avocado, and your onion sauce with a juice. So all of this for just $10, right? You can support us by coming. We'll be here from 11 until it's all run out. And if you want to support us financially, you can always contact me at 628-1221, right? But again, all your help will be will appreciate it a lot, right? Because we want to take our club to celebrate this nationally at Spanish Lookout Countryside, and well, we want to finance our club. We want to go and enjoy.
And how many young people are in your club and what ages?
Okay, well, our club, we cater for children of all ages from age 3 to 99, right? I say 99 because you can be an adventurer, you can be a pathfinder, you can be a master guide. But in all, we have approximately 25 club members.
If you would like to assist the Emmanuel Pathfinders Club, you can meet the members at the Corozal Central Park tomorrow as of 11 a.m. The September fever is already being felt across the nation of Belize as the country gears up to celebrate the 43rd birthday of the Land of the Free. The theme for this year's September celebrations is A Nation Proud and Free, Belize at 43. And while the entire country will host a number of events during the month, Rigo Veas, mayor of Corozal, says everybody should be heading to Corozal, where the council has a compact list of activities to celebrate Belize at 43.
every year we have the of course, we have the normal events that we do have every year, you know, the parade, the grito that we have on the 28th night. But every year also we have other events, and this year won't be any different. You know, we have a very compact September celebrations, and also because of the way how the days fell, it looks like a 2 weeks compacted together of different events, right? And I am sure that people will enjoy it. Like I said, we do have the normal ones, but every year also we have the other ones that we do, and this year is no different. We will have them. We will have the Juve, we will have the jump up, we will have the grito on the 28th night, and the school parades. I know children's rally is on the 28th also in the morning. So we do have other events, and we will put out the full calendar on social media so that people can see and can plan, because we want people to enjoy and we want people to come to Corozal for September. Remember, every event is as good as going to San Pedro or Placencia, even better, because Corozal is cheaper. So I want people to keep that in mind and come to Corozal. Come to Corozal, it's safe, it's cheaper, and you can have clean fun. More than that, you don't need.
Tropical storm Ernesto has strengthened into a Category 1 hurricane according to the National Hurricane Center. The storm is currently located approximately 175 miles northwest of San Juan, Puerto Rico, after passing over the Virgin Islands on Tuesday. Ernesto is moving northwest at 16 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 75 miles per hour. The storm is expected to move into open Atlantic waters later today and could strengthen into a major hurricane. Forecasts suggest it could reach Category 3 status by the end of the week, with Bermuda potentially facing impacts. In Belize, moist and unstable conditions will persist, but are expected to decrease over the next 24 to 48 hours. The forecast includes cloudy periods with a few showers and thunderstorms, gradually diminishing. The storm is currently located approximately 175 miles northwest of San Juan, Puerto Rico, after passing over the Virgin Islands on Tuesday. Ernesto is moving northwest at 16 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 75 miles per hour. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Thursday, August 15th here on Ctv3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read the text version of the news, you can visit our website at Ctv3News.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/CTV3 Belize News or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.